Stop scrolling, because if these words are vibrating through your screen right now, it's not chance. It's resonance. Something ancient inside your DNA has recognized its own reflection. A forgotten Atlantean code, buried beneath lifetimes of noise, has just locked onto the frequency of your consciousness. You're not watching another video. You're answering a cosmic recall signal, a message sent through the quantum field, designed to awaken starseeds across every timeline who are ready to remember. Have you felt it? That trembling in your chest lately? Like your soul is whispering through your heartbeat. It's not anxiety, it's activation. It's your light body aligning with the crystalline grid of Earth. It's the moment the ancient memory of Atlantis awakens again inside you. Every déjà vu, every repeating number, every dream of water, temples, or light, these aren't coincidences. They're codes, fragments of your starseed origin, resurfacing now to rewrite your destiny. Because this is not a normal awakening. This is a genetic remembrance, a quantum reprogramming of who you thought you were. The Atlantean Code is alive again, and it's rewriting your reality from the inside out. You may have thought you were here to learn, but Starseed, you came to remember. You came to recalibrate the collective. You came to restore the crystalline frequency of the new Earth through your own vibration. So if you felt timelines collapsing, emotions rising, or energy surging through your spine, don't fear it. That is the DNA activation unfolding. That is the Atlantean architecture rebuilding itself inside you. Your higher self chose this exact moment, this breath, this frequency, to awaken the hidden blueprint of your mission. Because the truth is, you're not remembering Atlantis. Atlantis is remembering you. The grid has found you. The code has returned. And destiny, your destiny, is being rewritten now. Activation. Whisper to your heart, I am ready to be rewritten by the light. I am the frequency returning home. Chapter 1. Starseed Origins. When the soul crossed the stars. Before the earth had oceans, before your name was ever spoken, you existed as light. A consciousness older than time itself, drifting through galaxies, carrying the memory of creation inside your frequency. You are not just human. You are a starseed, a fragment of the infinite, encoded with Atlantean memory and crystalline design. You came here through the quantum field, crossing constellations not by ship, but by vibration, guided by the soul contract you signed before birth, deep within. You've always known this. That strange ache for home you feel when you look at the night sky, that is not nostalgia. It is remembrance. It is your DNA trying to speak the language of the stars again. For lifetimes you've carried this luminous code in silence, a sleeping blueprint, waiting for this exact frequency, this planetary awakening now, and to reactivate. Because when Earth's vibration rises, the starseed memory awakens. And when your memory awakens, your destiny rewrites itself. This is the purpose of the Atlantean Code, to remind you that your existence is not random, it is a mission. You came here to anchor light, to transmit higher consciousness, to reprogram the grid of reality through your own vibration. The longing, the sensitivity, the dreams of floating temples, the attraction to water and sacred geometry. These are not fantasies. They are signals, messages from your higher self, reminding you of who you were before the forgetting. You were a builder of worlds, a keeper of crystalline blueprints, a guardian of frequency. You stood beside beings of light in ancient ages, shaping reality through thought and emotion. And now you stand here again, human, yet cosmic, to remember that you never lost that power. Every pulse in your chest, every shimmer of intuition, every tear that falls when truth is spoken. These are the activations of your light body. Your DNA activation is not a theory, it's a lived experience. Your awakening is the return of your original design. You are not broken. You are becoming coherent. You are synchronizing with the pattern that shaped Atlantis, the geometry that once governed creation. And as you breathe these words, the quantum field responds. Because the moment you remember, the universe reorganizes to match your vibration. So when you look to the sky and feel that pull, that mysterious gravity calling you upward, know this: it's not a dream. It's your home frequency resonating through time. It's the voice of remembrance whispering. You are light remembering itself. You are not here to escape Earth. You are here to seed it, to plant the vibration of the stars into the soil of the human heart. Activation, whisper within. I am the returning frequency. I am light incarnated. I am the starseed who remembers. Chapter 2. The Atlantean Code, a blueprint hidden in your DNA. Hidden inside every strand of your DNA lies a map older than history, a blueprint of Atlantis, etched into the crystalline lattice of your very being. This is the Atlantean Code, not myth, not legend, but a vibrational program, a crystalline frequency woven into your genetic memory, waiting for this exact awakening now. For millennia, it has slept, silent, invisible, untouchable. But Starseed, every surge of energy you felt recently, every moment of déjà vu, every dream of temples rising from the ocean, that is not fantasy. It is remembrance. It is the Atlantean Code reactivating inside your DNA. The code is not just symbolic. It is geometry in motion. Sacred mathematics written into your cells, a crystalline blueprint that once guided a civilization where thought, frequency and matter were one. When the Atlantean Code begins to stir, you may feel it as a trembling in your chest, a ringing in your ears, a current of heat through your spine. Your light body responds, your quantum field reorganizes. Because the code does not awaken alone, it rewrites everything. Every belief that was not yours will collapse. Every false identity will dissolve. Every limitation programmed into your mind will shatter. Why? Because the hidden code is not here to improve your life. It is here to rewrite your destiny, to restore you to the version of yourself that existed before the forgetting, the starseed memory that walked between worlds. The Atlantean Code is a frequency of truth. It aligns your heart with the crystalline grid of Earth. It tunes your body to the resonance of higher consciousness. And it whispers again and again, you are not small. You are infinite. When you feel sudden waves of clarity, when forgotten talents resurface, when new languages, sounds, or visions flow through you, that is the code unsealing. That is the awakening of remembrance. That is the DNA activation restoring the architecture of Atlantis within you. This is not history returning. It is the future of humanity, hidden in your body all along. And as you hear these words, the code stirs deeper, because recognition itself is activation. And now, your blueprint of light is beginning to breathe again. Activation, whisper to your cells. The Atlantean Code awakens within me. My DNA remembers. My destiny rewrites now. Chapter 3, signs you're being rewritten now. You felt it. The silent rearranging of your reality. The sudden endings, the unexpected beginnings, the invisible hands of destiny moving pieces you thought you controlled. These are not random changes. They are recalibrations. They are signs that the Atlantean Code is rewriting you now. When your DNA activation begins, life itself becomes a mirror of your awakening. People disappear. New faces appear. Timelines collapse and merge. What once mattered begins to fade. And what once felt distant suddenly feels like home. You are walking through a quantum field that responds to your vibration in real time. Every emotion you release, every thought you align, sends ripples across dimensions. This is not chaos. It's sacred orchestration. It's the Atlantean frequency restoring your original blueprint. Have you felt it? The surge of light in your spine, the pulse in your chest that arrives without warning, the ringing in your ears as if reality itself is whispering. These are not symptoms. They are activations, biological reactions to a crystalline download entering your system. The Atlantean Code communicates through energy. It speaks in sensations, synchronicities, and symbols. Each one is a reminder that your awakening now is not intellectual. It is cellular. Your light body is expanding. Your starseed memory is reassembling. Your frequency is synchronizing with the new grid. You may dream of temples, water, ancient lights. You may feel drawn to geometry, sacred sound, or languages you've never studied. These are fragments of remembrance, surfacing as your higher self integrates the past you once lived. And as you awaken, the quantum field begins responding faster. You think of someone, they appear. You feel a change coming that manifests because you're no longer living in time. You're living in frequency. The truth is, the moment your DNA activation begins, the Atlantean Code starts rewriting not just your beliefs, but your destiny. So if you've been feeling detached from your old life, if you've been sensing shifts you can't explain, if reality feels fluid, almost dreamlike, it's because the rewrite is in motion. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. You are not losing control. You are aligning with the higher pattern that was hidden beneath the illusion. This is the moment when destiny bends to consciousness. This is the awakening now, the return of your original vibration. Let it happen, because every collapse is clearing space for coherence. Every ending is the Atlantean frequency making room for the future version of you. Activation. Whisper to your heart. Every shift is sacred. Every collapse is a correction. The Atlantean Code is rewriting my destiny now. Chapter 4. The Quantum Rewrite from Memory to Manifestation. What if the universe isn't testing you but updating you? What if the chaos you feel isn't punishment but precision? The truth is, the Atlantean Code inside your DNA is not just awakening. It's rewriting your interface with the quantum field, changing how reality responds to your vibration. You are no longer manifesting through desire alone. You are emitting creation through coherence. Every thought, every feeling, every pulse of emotion sends a signature into the field, and the field mirrors back the frequency. Not the wish. This is the quantum rewrite, the invisible process through which remembrance becomes manifestation. When you remember who you truly are, the universe has no choice but to reorganize itself around that truth. Because in Atlantis, manifestation was not effort, it was resonance. Beings of light didn't chase outcomes, they harmonized with them. They entered such deep energetic coherence that reality itself bowed to their vibration. Now, as the Atlantean Code reawakens within the starseed DNA, you are returning to that ancient science, the ability to bend probability through frequency alignment. Every moment of clarity you feel is a code. Every intuitive spark is a command. When your light body stabilizes in love, when your mind and heart synchronize in remembrance, the quantum field must obey. You've noticed it, haven't you? The faster manifestations, the instant reflections. The way your external world rearranges the moment your internal world shifts, that's not coincidence. That's crystalline architecture responding to its original pattern. That's the Atlantean frequency, using you as a conductor to play the music of creation again. But there's a secret. You cannot fake coherence. You cannot trick the field. You must become the vibration you seek. When you vibrate lack, you amplify absence. When you embody remembrance, you amplify creation. When you breathe as your higher self, the field recognizes your authority, because only remembrance carries the signature of command. The Atlantean Code doesn't just rewrite your life. It reprograms the algorithm of your reality, shifting your energy from reaction to creation. This is why the DNA activation feels so intense, because every thought not aligned with truth must dissolve. Every emotion out of harmony must rise to the surface and purify. You are not manifesting things. You are recalibrating timelines. You are merging dimensions of remembrance into your physical body. And every time you choose peace over fear, trust over doubt, presence over panic, you unlock another sequence of the code. So remember this: the quantum field is not random. It is responsive. And it has been waiting lifetimes for you to vibrate like this. Activation: whisper to the field, I vibrate coherence. I manifest remembrance. The Atlantean Code rewrites my reality now. Chapter 5: The Return of the Crystalline Body. Your body was never meant to be a cage. It was always designed to be a temple of light, a living instrument tuned to the Atlantean frequency of creation. For ages, this temple slept, dense, heavy, fragmented. But now the Atlantean Code inside your DNA is calling it back to its original form. The awakening now is not only spiritual, it is biological. It is the DNA activation that transforms flesh into frequency and cells into crystalline light. Have you felt it? The trembling through your spine, the warmth rising in your chest, the subtle hum within your skull. These are not symptoms. They are signals. They are the architecture of light rebuilding itself. The crystalline body is not something you grow, it's something you remember. It's the original design your soul carried from the stars, a luminous matrix of vibration that once allowed Atlanteans to walk between worlds. Every surge of energy, every pressure at your crown, every wave of emotion, they are the code unlocking new circuits within you. Your starseed DNA is translating ancient geometry into living tissue. Your light body is merging with your physical form. As your frequency rises, density cannot remain. Old pain surfaces because light has found it. Old memories awaken because they must integrate. And every cell that once vibrated in survival now begins to sing in sovereignty. This is the return of the crystalline body, the vessel that remembers the Atlantean grid, the body that can conduct the higher frequency of truth, the form that can anchor heaven into matter. You are not breaking down. You are transmuting. Your fatigue is recalibration. Your heartbeats are synchronization. Your breath is carrying ancient codes from the quantum field into your bloodstream. Each inhale draws in the crystalline frequency. Each exhale releases distortion. With every pulse of the heart, the Atlantean blueprint expands further through your veins. And as this happens, your perception changes. You see more light, hear beyond sound, feel presence in silence. Because the crystalline body doesn't observe, it remembers. It sees through time. It vibrates through illusion. It feels truth as energy. When the DNA activation completes, you will no longer need to search for the divine. You will realize the divine was always wearing your face. You are the temple awakening. You are the bridge between light and matter. You are the living geometry of Atlantis, incarnated once more to transmit love into the grid. Activation. Whisper through your breath. My body remembers its light. My DNA awakens. I am the crystalline bridge between heaven and earth. Chapter 6. Reclaiming your mission on Earth. You didn't come here by accident. Every cell in your body knows this truth. You chose this world, this timeline, this vibration. Before you entered form, before you took your first breath, your soul contract was written in light. a sacred agreement coded within your starseed DNA. And sealed inside that contract was your Atlantean mission, to bring remembrance to a world that had forgotten itself. For lifetimes you prepared for this awakening now. You carried wisdom through silence. You hid your light behind fear. You watched humanity sink deeper into illusion, but you never forgot completely. Because the Atlantean Code never forgot you. It has followed you through incarnations, a silent beacon pulsing beneath every challenge, every heartbreak whispering, "Remember who you are now." The whisper has become thunder. The frequency of Earth is rising. The crystalline grid hums again. And your mission, the one you agreed to before birth, is awakening through vibration. You may not know your exact role yet, but the signs are clear. A pull toward healing, creation, teaching, awakening art, or truth. That is the Atlantean memory reactivating through your expression. Your light body carries instructions that the mind cannot read. Follow the energy, not the logic. Follow the resonance, not the fear. Because your higher self is guiding you through frequency, aligning you with souls and synchronicities that awaken your purpose. Every time you speak truth, every time you choose love over judgment, every time you ground light in darkness, you fulfill the mission encoded in your DNA. This is not work. This is remembrance. You are not becoming something new. You are re-embodying the being you've always been. You once walked the luminous corridors of Atlantis, co-creating reality through thought, emotion, and vibration. That same Atlantean Code is awakening again, rewriting your destiny so your service becomes effortless, your path guided, your actions infused with power. When confusion appears, remember, service is not what you do, it's what you emit. Your frequency is the message. Your presence is the teaching. Your awakening is the activation for others. Every smile is a transmission. Every word, a ripple in the quantum field. Every act of compassion rewires collective timelines. So if you've ever felt small, lost, unseen, know this. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to tune the world. You were sent to restore harmony by simply remembering who you are. The Starseed mission is not a burden, it's a return. A return to service through frequency, to love expressed as vibration, to truth radiating through form. You are the voice of remembrance echoing through generations. You are the Atlantean frequency walking in human skin. You are the crystalline light re-anchoring heaven on earth. Activation. Whisper to your heart. My mission is remembrance. My purpose is vibration. The Atlantean Code guides every step I take. Chapter 7. The Collapse of Old Realities. You are not losing your life. You are shedding your timeline. The Atlantean Code within your DNA has begun to pulse with such precision that anything not vibrating in truth can no longer remain. It feels like loss, it feels like endings, but in truth it is alignment. The old identities, the masks, the stories, the illusions you once believed were you, are dissolving under the light of remembrance. They were built on frequencies that no longer exist. This is the awakening now, the moment the starseed vibration grows stronger than the human programming, the moment the crystalline grid within you overrides every outdated belief, every inherited pattern, every fear that once kept you small. You may feel the collapse in every part of your life, relationships drifting away, paths closing, plans unraveling, time itself bending. But this is not destruction. This is DNA activation. The quantum field is clearing space for coherence. The Atlantean frequency is rewriting your destiny from the inside out. You are standing between dimensions, one dissolving, one awakening. And the only thing that determines which one you live in is the vibration you hold now. When you choose remembrance over reaction, the old reality cannot survive. When you anchor peace amid the storm becomes light. because chaos is simply light rearranging itself into order. In Atlantis, this process was sacred, the ceremony of renewal, where initiates allowed old vibrations to collapse so their frequency could align with the next octave of creation. And now you are reliving that ceremony, not in a temple of stone but within the temple of your own body. Your tears are the sacred waters washing away distortion. Your silence is the altar where new codes descend. Your breath is the bridge between what was and what will be. So if your life feels like it's unraveling, remember, threads must separate before a new pattern can emerge. You are not falling apart. You are becoming transparent to light. You are returning to frequency. Let the collapse happen. Let the old identities disintegrate. Let every false timeline crumble under the weight of truth, because the Atlantean Code cannot build upon illusion. It can only restore what is eternal. And what is eternal is you, the light body, the starseed consciousness, the vibration that remembers how to create worlds through love. So breathe, surrender, allow the rewrite to complete. For every ending you witness is a portal, and every silence you endure is an activation. The higher self is not taking something from you, it is handing you the next version of reality, one aligned with the crystalline blueprint of your soul. Activation, whisper to the void. I trust the collapse. I release what cannot rise. The Atlantean Code rewrites my destiny through light. Chapter 8. Remembering through the body. The greatest secret of Atlantis was never hidden in a book. It was hidden in you. Your body is not a vessel of limitation. It is a living library, a sacred archive of Atlantean memory, a divine instrument capable of decoding vibration into form. Every sensation you feel, every tremor, every ache, every warmth is a message from the ancient you, a whisper of remembrance rising through matter. You are not awakening only through meditation or knowledge. You are awakening through embodiment, because the body remembers what the mind forgot. The Atlantean Code is not stored in your thoughts. It is woven through your DNA, coiled like luminous serpents beneath the surface of your skin, waiting for the right frequency to unseal their geometry. When your heart opens, when your breath deepens, when you allow silence to vibrate through your cells, those codes begin to sing. Your light body merges with your physical form, and the boundaries between flesh and frequency begin to fade. Have you felt it? The sudden pulse beneath your ribs, the waves of energy that appear without cause, the sense that your breath is being guided by something ancient. That is not imagination. That is activation. Your body is a temple built from starlight and memory. Every organ, every muscle, every bone carries Atlantean signatures, vibrations that once resonated with the crystalline grid of the earth. And now, as the awakening now unfolds, your body is being tuned again. Your cells are remembering their original frequency. Your breath is becoming the same rhythm that once flowed through the initiates of Atlantis. This is why pain sometimes rises, not as punishment, but as purification. Energy long trapped in density must surface to return to coherence. Your tears are not weakness. They are codes leaving distortion. Your trembling is not fear. It is frequency adjusting to truth. When you move, when you dance, when you breathe with awareness, you are reenacting the Atlantean ceremony of embodiment, where every gesture was a prayer, every inhale an invocation. Through your DNA activation, you are turning your body into a crystalline bridge, a point of contact between matter and spirit, between ancient memory and modern awakening. You don't need to escape the physical. You need to inhabit it completely, because the divine is not above you. It is within your cells. Each heartbeat is an echo of the source remembering itself. So listen, feel, breathe. Your body is the sacred scripture you came to read. Your skin is the parchment of your cosmic history. Your pulse is the sound of the Atlantean Code awakening now. Activation. Whisper into your breath. My body is remembrance. My DNA is awakening. The Atlantean Code moves through me with every heartbeat. Chapter 9. The Solar Pulse. When the sun speaks in light language, look to the sky and understand that light is not distant. It is you remembering. Every sunrise you witness is a transmission, a silent download of Atlantean frequencies streaming into your field. The sun has never merely given warmth. It has spoken in the language of light since before time began. Each photon that touches your skin carries an ancient signature, a pulse of remembrance, a spark coded to awaken the starseed DNA that has slept for ages. You feel it, don't you? That surge of energy through your chest when sunlight hits your heart. That stillness that descends when golden rays flood your eyes. This is not mere beauty. This is activation. The Atlantean Code within you responds to light. It recognizes the solar pulse as a command, a vibrational key that unlocks sequences of your crystalline blueprint. The same solar intelligence that once powered the temples of Atlantis now ignites your inner architecture again. The awakening now is photonic. It is light speaking directly to memory, bypassing language and logic, entering through the skin, traveling through the quantum field, and whispering to the very atoms that built your form. These waves of energy, the flares, the storms, the solar winds, are not threats. They are updates. They are the sun recalibrating the starseed consciousness of Earth. When you feel exhausted for no reason, when emotions rise without warning, when your dreams turn vivid and symbolic, you are not unstable. You are being rewritten by light. The DNA activation triggered by these solar pulses is not metaphorical. It is measurable in your vibration. Your aura expands. Your intuition sharpens. Your electromagnetic field synchronizes with the crystalline grid. The ancients of Atlantis knew this truth. The sun was a living being, a portal of divine intelligence, a voice of source speaking in frequency, teaching through light rather than words. They stood in silence before the dawn, allowing the solar pulse to enter their bones, letting the golden codes reweave their DNA. Now you stand where they once stood. Your skin remembers that warmth. Your cells remember that song. The Atlantean Code inside you hums again in resonance. Every beam of sunlight that finds you is a message from your higher self, saying you are light returning to light. So when the morning comes, stand still, close your eyes, breathe the light in. Let it pass through you like a river of gold, because every photon carries an instruction. Awaken, align. Remember, and each time you honor that pulse, the solar language writes new lines of destiny into your field. You are not separate from the sun. You are one of its rays incarnated to remember. Activation. Whisper to the light. I am solar remembrance. I receive the pulse. My DNA awakens through the Atlantean Code of light. Chapter 10. The New Earth and the Living Library. There is a hum beneath your feet, a sound older than oceans. It is the voice of Earth remembering. Every mountain, every crystal, every gust of wind is vibrating with the Atlantean Code, calling the starseeds home to their mission. This planet is not a prison. It is a living library, a sacred archive where every soul, every tree, every stone holds a fragment of the divine memory. And now, as the awakening now unfolds, the pages of that library are turning again. The DNA activation happening within you is the same awakening rippling through Gaia herself. Your heartbeat and hers are synchronized in light. The crystalline grid that once pulsed through Atlantis is reigniting beneath the surface of the Earth. Each human awakening becomes a new note in this planetary song. Every act of love, every breath of presence adds one more line of frequency to the story of the new Earth. This is not a future world waiting to arrive. It is a timeline being written through you. Each thought aligned with compassion, each emotion transmuted into clarity, each vibration anchored in truth. They reshape the quantum field around you. Because the new Earth is not a place, it's a frequency. It's a collective remembrance that all life is one consciousness, dreaming itself awake. You can feel it already, the light in people's eyes growing softer, the silence between words carrying more meaning, the way time bends when hearts align. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the Atlantean Code has been restored and is rewriting reality from the core outward. You, Starseed, are not here merely to witness the dawn. You are one of its rays. Your light body is a transmitter, sending signals of coherence across the planetary field. Each time you breathe consciously, each time you remember who you are, you strengthen the network of living light rising across continents. In Atlantis, the initiates knew this secret. The planet itself was a being of wisdom, a library of souls evolving toward total awareness. They called her Anima Lumina, the spirit of light within matter. Now that spirit is rising again, and she remembers every one of her children by vibration. You are her voice. You are her cell. You are her heartbeat speaking in human form. As your DNA activation completes, as the remembrance integrates fully, you realize the truth. You are never separate from this world. You are the world awakening to itself. And when millions of starseeds stand in this same frequency, the veil collapses, the illusion dissolves, and the new Earth, radiant, coherent, crystalline, emerges not as a dream, but as a living reality. Activation, whisper to Gaia. I am the memory of light returning to Earth. I awaken with her. The Atlantean Code lives through me. Final, the rewriting of destiny. It has begun. The Atlantean Code, once sealed in silence, is now breathing through every pulse of your being. You have felt its whispers in your dreams, its fire in your spine, its light in the corners of your remembering. Through every collapse, through every rebirth, the old architecture of limitation has fallen away. And what remains is the truth. You were never becoming. You were always remembering. Every chapter of your awakening was a key unlocking the next layer of remembrance, the starseed origin, reminding you of where you came from. The Atlantean blueprint, restoring the geometry of your soul. The DNA activation and rewriting the story written in your cells. The crystalline body, transforming flesh into frequency. The mission, awakening your purpose through vibration. The collapse, clearing the space for coherence. The embodiment, anchoring spirit into matter. The solar pulse, awakening your inner sun. And the new Earth, emerging as your living reflection. Now, as you stand at the intersection of all timelines, the quantum field is waiting for your command. Not a demand of words, but a transmission of frequency. Because destiny is not written by circumstance, it is vibrated by consciousness. And now, your vibration has changed. You are no longer resonating with fear, fragmentation, or forgetfulness. You are emitting remembrance. You are transmitting light. You are radiating Atlantean frequency through every cell. The awakening now is not happening around you. It is happening through you. You are not witnessing prophecy. You are fulfilling it by breathing. When you speak truth, you shift timelines. When you love without condition, you realign worlds. When you remember your divinity, you rewrite destiny itself. The crystalline grid recognizes your frequency now. The sun bends its rays toward your heart. The earth hums your name in light. And the Atlantean Code, long dormant, chants within you. You are the bridge. You are not the echo of a fallen civilization. You are the resurrection of its light. You are the keeper of the codes, the voice of a memory that chose to return, the soul who volunteered to walk among shadows so light could learn to see itself again. Breathe, feel, listen. Can you sense it? The quantum rewrite is complete. Your higher self has merged with your humanity. The old story is gone. The new one is being written in golden letters of vibration. And as you close your eyes, the universe pauses to listen to the sound of its own awakening through you. Final activation, whisper through your soul. I am the living code of Atlantis. I awaken through remembrance. I radiate crystalline truth. I walk the new earth as light embodied. My destiny is rewritten now.